Hi everybody, in this video I want to talk about how I allowed time to be my best friend and what do I mean by that. So when I first graduated from university almost 9 years ago, I wasn't sure, despite having a college degree, I had no clue what kind of career I wanted to have or what was my path in life at all. I had no clarity. So when I started traveling, I just allowed time to figure that out. When I graduated, I was like, 22, 23 years old. And at that point in your life, it is very, very normal and very acceptable to not know, who you are exactly, what life direction you're going in, what career path you want to have for the rest of your life. Like, you aren't exposed or don't know of many opportunities or options quite yet. And that's okay. So as I was traveling over the years, I just allowed time to help me figure that all out. And I just gave myself like a cushion of time just to instead of putting like limits on myself. A lot of times people put limits on their life, like, at the age of, as soon as I graduate university at the age of 22, 23, I want to graduate a degree and go into a corporate job. And at the age of 25, I'm going to get married or get engaged and get married. At the age of 30, I'm going to have kids. And, people put these kind of stepping stones in their life. And if that's the life that you want to have, like, more power to you. Like, you're allowed to have any life that you want. But I'm just sharing my experiences and what I did and how time helped me lead me to the life that I have now and the career that I have now, and how sometimes it's hard to not put that pressure on yourself or not allow society or friends or family put pressure on you. And of course, as years came on and I was pushing 30, there was more of an internal pressure of like, okay, like, let's figure out where, what kind of career you're going to have for the rest of your life, like where you want to settle down. Are you going to be jumping around from country to country your whole life? When are you going to settle down and just like get into relationships? So of course those thoughts came through my mind, but it's really easy to let that stress you out and put pressure on yourself. So instead, I just stayed true and followed my heart, and I just allowed time just to help me figure it out, because I knew in my heart that with time, everything became clear, because it always had in the past. Like, if something happens in your life and you're not really sure at that moment, like, why that happened or, what that means, but you learned it, a month later or a year later, 2 years or 5 years, however long later, it was because that clarity was meant to happen when it came, and whatever happened in your life had a purpose for you at that time. So I'm just a firm believer in that. So I just allowed my faith and for that just to keep like helping me figure out my lifestyle. And because I knew in my heart I didn't want to settle for a job, and I didn't want to settle for a life or a lifestyle or a relationship or anything like that I just wasn't truly happy with. So I just threw my hands in the air and was like, okay, like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I love to do, which is travel. I'm gonna learn as much as I can. I'm gonna go wherever I can. I'm gonna meet whoever I can. I'm going to try different things. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna learn more skills. I'm going to, become a sponge and learn as much as I can about anything, see where my interests lie, see what I'm good at and what things like I'm not very good at. And it will all fall into place. Like, clarity is gonna come when it comes. And so I allowed time just to be my best friend, and I knew that it was going to help me figure it all out, and the right time was going to come. And finally, that's when I realized like what my dream career was. And I wouldn't have the career that I have now and the business that I have now if I settled and I didn't let time to allow me to figure that out, and I didn't continue following my passion, which is traveling. I wouldn't have learned all the things that I learned or did the things that I did that allowed me to figure out what my passion and my career was. And so I just challenged you guys just to like figure out, how can I give myself time and take pressure off myself and help myself, figure out how I can get to my dream lifestyle, my dream career, and do what I really know that I'm meant to be doing. Whether you know that in this moment or not, something's greater for you. And I always knew that about myself. I always knew that I wanted to start my own business. I always knew that there was just something better for me to do and something I was going to do something great, but I never knew exactly what that was. And that's okay. Like, you're not supposed to know everything at every moment in your life. Like, you have to meet more people and do new things and try new things and figure yourself out before you realize like what you want to do for the rest of your life. So time is just something that helped me really get me to the place that I am. So I just want to let you guys know that it's okay if you're stuck and feel like struggling and your wheels are turning of like, what career am I supposed to do? Should I just settle for this or that? You know, I have passions, I have interests, I have desires, I have a dream and a vision, but I just don't know what that all means or is or how to do it or anything. Let time be your best friend, and I promise you it's all gonna work out. Okay, see you next time, guys.